can I just say, the new Superman movie is so damn good. I loved it so much, and I love Superman about as much as I love Godzilla. So, seeing Superman depicted truly, like seeing a movie that fearlessly depicts Superman the way he ought to be, as a kind, loving soul. Man, it brought tears in my eyes. I'm so happy that this movie is not only exists, but other people love it. And I'm talking about, I know people, friends, family, that for years I've talked about how much I love Superman, how much he means to me. Like, I could talk about All-Star Superman, I could talk about my favorite moments from Superman, you know, just moments that define him. Not only is it, you know, one of my favorite characters, but a true inspiration. And art, it not only imitates life, art inspires life. And Superman has had such a positive effect on me. I mentioned I had been raised by a single mother, and I love her. My mom kicks ass. She's my superhero, my real life superhero. But I grew up watching Christopher Reeve Superman, watching the Superman animated series voiced by Tim Daly. This man's my hero. Like, I know he's not real, but I love Superman so much. And, you know, the original tagline, the original film, the original Christopher Reeve movie tagline is, "You'll believe a man can fly." And I feel like for this one, you'll believe in kindness. Or as Superman says, kindness is the new punk rock. Oh God. Shazam, you're funny, man. Come on, Tom. Getting tired is weak. Keep this stream going. Forever. I am, unlike Superman, I am a mere mortal. So, I am not ashamed to admit I absolutely can be weak. I wanted to also mention something Logan said here. This country needs better mental health care, and men need to introspect more in general. Absolutely, 100%. Yes. Yes. And this is one of many reasons why I love this new Superman movie. Throughout the movie, Superman, the most powerful metahuman on the planet, he introspects. He shares his emotions. He's got invulnerable skin. Yet, he doesn't see, you know, empathy, compassion as a weakness. Expressing yourself is not a sign of not only weakness, but it's not only a sign that you're someone, you're a pushover. As Superman says in the end, like, I'm as human as anyone, and that's what not only he's proud of, it's his greatest strength. This sent chills down my spine. God, the actor David Cornsweet playing Superman Clark Kent, delivering quite possibly the greatest performance as Superman since the late Christopher Reeve himself. Honestly, I think this Superman movie is my favorite. I think it's the best Superman movie made yet. Because it just gets Superman, the entire Superman mythos, and it not only understands it, it celebrates it. But you know what I think separates this Superman from all the others, and what makes this one like the perfect Superman, that makes him my Superman? That's our Superman right there. Is the fact that, you know, in the past, Superman's been depicted as, you know, a messiah, a god meant to inspire humanity to become better. while that's all well and good, the problem with being the man of tomorrow is, well, most of us might not live long enough to see tomorrow. Superman, he represents hope, but the only hope many of us have is hoping we become better people someday, or so that's what we're led to believe. Someday I'll be a better person. Oh, I need to take better care of my health. I'll do that next week, or maybe I'll wait for a New Year's resolution. That's when I'll give up smoking. I'll give up drinking. I need to get a better job, and I need to help provide for my family. Someday, someday, I'll be a better person. As Jarrell said in the Christopher Reeve original regarding humanity, they can be good people, Kal-El, if they wish to be. They only lack the light to show them the way. But you know what? This Superman, he's not distracted by what we could be, what our potential is, what we, not only as individuals, but as a race, what we could end up being tomorrow, or a decade from now, or a century from now. He loves us the way we are. In the here and now, he loves us. And you know what? There are many humans in the film that are living proof that Superman is right. Like, I'd say Malik Ali, the civilian who after Superman gets thrown nearly through the street, he's lying in an impact crater. This civilian, this man, Malik, he risks his own life and rushes and helps Superman get back on his feet. Malik is a true testament that Superman is right to believe in not only the better angels of our nature, but like the good in humanity. He doesn't just believe in the better, like, tomorrow you, like what you could be, but who you are now. And man, you know what else I loved? I loved how throughout the film Superman took time making sure others were safe, and not just other humans, people, but like during the Kaiju attack, he stopped to make sure everyone on an office floor was okay after the Kaiju like tried to burn it down. He saved a squirrel. He was worried about Crypto, who stole the show. Even though that dog had given him nothing but trouble, Superman was so worried about Crypto. The thought about Crypto being scared, like, he wanted to do everything he can. I mean, he even wanted to save the Kaiju. Superman is a real Boy Scout, and we love him for it. We would have him being no other way, but man, like, he's just one of the greatest characters not only ever made, but one of the best inspirations as far as fictional characters are capable of. Oh god. Shazam says, this stream has become far too sappy. Since I'm bald and therefore, nothing to lose, I will become Lex here and ruin everything. Yeah, Lex Luthor in this is, well, first off, Nicholas Hoult nailed it. I mean, Nicholas Hoult is a great actor. I've seen him play like Henry McCoy, Beast from X-Men First Class. He's been in Renfield. Love that movie. It's great. But man, Nicholas Hoult in this, brilliant casting. Lex Luthor, he was manipulative, deceiving, highly intelligent, but for all the wrong reasons. Unmistakably irredeemable. This man has no redeeming qualities whatsoever. He's got a dangerous cult following, remind you of anyone's plural, and a self-destructive, impulsive ego. Everything about this new DCU Luthor, from the way he's written to Holt's electrifying performance, it just chef's kiss. And God, man, Rachel Brosnahan, her Lois Lane, she is my favorite film adaptation of the Daily Planet Star Reporter. As far as top contenders go for live action depictions, I mean, she's in great company. Smallville's Erica Durance and Superman and Lois's Betsy Tolick embody the strongest, most compelling traits of Lois Lane. But man, I think Rachel Brosnahan is my favorite. Superman's motto is truth, justice, and the American way. And as of late, he's become more truth, justice, and a better tomorrow. Because the truth is, the American way no longer seems, at least as far as I'm concerned, when it comes to the people we vote into power, they don't seem to value truth and justice. So we're all about better tomorrows here. Because Superman loves all people, not just Americans. But you know what? I think truth, justice, and a better tomorrow, that motto, that saying, is more applicable to Rachel Brosnahan's Lois Lane. And what happens when Lois Lane's unstoppable pursuit of truth meets Superman's unshakable love and trust in others? You get one of the best scenes in a comic book movie. I'm, of course, talking about the scene where Lois Lane and Clark, Superman, they have an interview. It's at the beginning of the movie, and it's so good. Hands down, one of the best character introduction scenes in a comic book film. And you know what makes this movie so good is that it has multiple character-defining moments for its main cast. And this one was a great defining moment for both Superman and Lois Lane. Everything about this scene just works. We learned so much about Superman and Lois in their back and forth, what each of them represent, the core beliefs of these characters, and why it matters, not only to them as individuals, but as a couple. And of course, what's made even better is that they still develop as characters. There's just so much to these characters. And though this scene perfectly encapsulates where they are in that exact moment, it becomes a catalyst for future development. I will say, I do wish we got to see Superman stopping the military invasion. The big scene, that we only hear hilariously of Superman saving another country, seemingly imposing himself on the sovereignty of another nation. Sorry, I don't think you're actually imposing yourself on your so-called sovereignty when you're wrongfully invading the sovereignty of another country. I do think this should have been the opening scene, but then again, you know what, comic book fans, we're all Superman fans, we're very familiar of Superman intervening. I don't think interfering is the right word, but intervening in geopolitics gone awry. I mean, Superman Earth 1 did it and such, but I feel like this scene, though, was between Superman and Lois became like it had its own continuation, its own sense of closure later, because both characters had reached a point where this was the first real challenge in their relationship, in the dynamics of what makes them who they are. Are they compatible? Both of them may have had some doubt. Well, Lois did. Superman probably, I'd say, had a bit more faith in their future at the end of their first major chat or disagreement. But it all came back. There, and I love this touching moment between Superman and Lois, which hilariously in the background we could see the Justice Gang, Mr. Terrific, Green Lantern, and a Hawkgirl fighting this interdimensional imp. Ooh, I wonder who that could be. And just absolutely love these characters, and it's so touching. It's so, from Superman's previous line when asked, why did you do what you did? Why would you do this? And Superman basically, people were going to die. As far as motivation goes, that's all you need. Why would you do this? because you care. You value life. But then, in this conversation between the two of them, it's clear that they have way more in common than they thought. And their unique perspectives, their motivations. Superman believes the best in everyone. Lois is skeptical. She wants the truth. She's driven by it. And so there's a bit of a rift, but they're not mutually exclusive. Because Lois, being an investigative journalist, she looks at the evidence. Throughout the film, the evidence becomes crystal clear. There is evidence, there is truth in valuing and empowering empathy in others. Not to mention, the Kaiju fight was a massive... I'm totally not biased when I say this. In fact, being a Kaiju fan, the creator of Kaijutopia, I'm not biased when I say this. I'm just highly educated on this topic at hand. But Superman fighting a giant Kaiju? Music to my ears. I asked several of you, the Kaijutopia community, to come up with, help me name this thing. This is a list. There are some really good names here, name suggestions, because as of right now, this Kaiju is just simply called Kaiju. James Gunn hasn't told us, what its name is. I mean, there was a news headline in the movie in universe that calls him just simply Thing. But man, yeah, the Superman taking on the Kaiju, all while trying to save not just people but everyone, while also simultaneously trying to find ways to save the Kaiju. This entire sequence, you could just show this to me, and I think that in itself tells you exactly what you need to know, not only about Superman as a character and how he's depicted in this movie, but whether or not the movie is good. And absolutely, this movie is amazing. Oh, well, I just started jumping ahead. Let me just... There's so much I want to talk about with this movie, but, I got to see it more and more to truly come to appreciate it. There are so many good channels out there that have provided excellent coverage of this video that not only provide great Easter eggs or breakdowns of the story and the plot, but, when it really comes down to it, this movie is just one of the best comic book films ever made. I am so... It just makes me happy, okay? It just makes me happy. As a Superman fan, I give it my full